Welcome to At the Table with Chef Jay, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. Today's guest is Columbia-based realtor, podcaster, creative strategist, and public speaker Angela Nash. I love all that. She will be preparing one of her favorite dishes, black-eyed peas and rice. Could you share us the story behind this dish? I must say that is one of my favorites.
Yes. Okay. So as a child, like my mom would do black-eyed peas and rice. Like they're from the country. They grew up in Edgefield, and so that's something that both my parents like. My mom's from Aiken, my dad's from Edgefield, and so it's always been a part of like our life. And it's one of those dishes where, shockingly, I would like eat the same thing all the time.
Right.
But when it came to black beans and rice, I'm like, I would eat that. Hands down. Over the years, it got more progressive. I would have like before, just like your black beans and your, white rice. My mom would season the black beans overnight and they would just be really, really good.
Okay.
But over the years, I've gotten a different palate now. So it's more adventurous.
Right. I love it. I love the diversity. And we must say we have a special guest on the other side.
That's right.
Angela's husband.
Hello.
Kelly's here too.
Oh, good. Y'all such a beautiful couple. I admire
thank
you guys very
Thank
much.
you.
Chef.
That's, keep
Thank
being
you for
amazing.
having us.
Absolutely. The pleasure is mine.
Yeah.
Because we want to make awareness to the dishes, our ancestries, memories,
Yes.
and keep those alive.
Yes,
so many of
for
them
sure.
are dying away, and we just want to keep that alive.
Yeah.
And then we need to know about who's in our community, what they're doing, and what they stand for.
That's
so
awesome.
tell us how you prepared this dish.
Okay, so first thing is a lot of times like there's a quick way to really do this, or there's like the little bit of long way. The quick way is you get your organic beans or your this is bushes. Everybody likes bushes,
Right.
But you can also do the ones where you like let them soak overnight. Those tend to be better and they're like more organic. But I did just for the sake of so you can know you can do this quickly.
Gotcha.
You can do the baked beans of this kind or like the organic ones. And so we've got some baked beans some black-eyed peas here or black beans here that we've already like prepared. And what I usually do is put like some seasoning. You're gonna need like a little bit of I like to use a little bit of white pepper because I like white pepper on everything.
Right.
It's so good.
Right.
So a little bit of white pepper with your already prepared black beans, and then a little bit of so I love crushed red pepper.
do too.
It's like so good. It's a little spice.
Right. And one thing, you can control it. So if you
yes,
don't like a lot of spice,
exactly.
I like it on my burgers. When I only do
I
homework,
haven't done that.
I do homemade burgers. I don't eat no
Yes.
burgers out. I'm like Kelly, kind of.
Yes, he's got being on the grill. Yes.
Trying to be conscious.
Yeah, fresh peppers are amazing on
I'm gonna
hamburgers.
try that.
Okay.
And then I love Himalayan sea salt. Like I love the Himalayan for me. I also like if you put your beans, like when you're doing your black beans, if you put them in a little bit of chicken stock, that adds a little bit of flavor to it when you're letting it like simmer. And if you're really feeling spicy, you could also add a little bit of smoked paprika. But everybody's mama has this in their kitchen. The slap your mama. If you don't have slap your mama in your kitchen, we're doing something wrong. Like I don't know a black person who doesn't have slap your mama in their house.
So a flat mom need to see about you because you have to promote.
Exactly. I know. Seriously, give me a deal. But slap your mama is great.
Right.
And it's funny because when my mom used to have this, I'm like, it seems kind of violent as a child, but now I get it because it is slap your mama good.
Okay,
So
great.
like once you've gotten all that seasoned and you've like let it simmer a little bit, then you're gonna get like your rice, your pre-cooked rice. Like I like to have like my rice, and I also when I make my rice, put it in a little bit of chicken stock as well,
love it.
and boil it in that so you get a little bit more flavor as well.
So you know what we call that, right?
What do you call
we
that?
We call that in the chef world and the cooking world is we building flavor. So most things don't have any flavor.
Yeah.
So we building on those flavors.
That's
and
good.
all that the adding the chicken stock to your beans and to the rice, that's just building up flavor. So I know it's gotta be delicious, guys. Okay.
Well, here's the crazy thing is I actually used to be the worst cook in my family, and to the point where they put me on like I couldn't even do rice. I burned rice 3 times in one day, and my dad was like, no more, you're done.
Right.
And then he was like trying to get me to be a good cook.
Right.
And so he stood in line for this cookbook to get like autographed by this like really cool older black lady who did like a lot of Southern recipes. I can't. Her name is Miss Eddie something. But I still have the cookbook to this day. But
Yeah,
I have not
I'd
cooked
like to
anything
share.
from
You
it.
gotta send me a picture.
I
okay?
sure will.
Yeah,
And so I was not really great at cooking, and so they put me on cutting the onions duty. So speaking of onions, I'll show you. I always like red onions. Some people use yellow onions, but a nice little red onion gives it like a little snap. They seem to be a little bit more potent.
That's that.
Do you like
that's
that
building
too.
a flavor. I love
Yes.
it. Yes.
So I went from being like horrible, non-cooked to being, I'll say, when you say I'm the best, they say that I'm the best now.
She is the best, but
Yes.
she's also not really going to usually follow a recipe.
That's
Like,
true.
She's
There's
going to
no
just do her
recipe.
own thing every time.
Gotcha.
There's no
Okay,
recipe.
I love it.
And then, of course, you have to have your andouille sausage. And then usually I like let this steam and like the andouille's there. It's got like the good flavor to
Yes.
it. It's a little bit of spicy. I always say if you can get this from like a meat market, it tends to be a lot better.
That's good
Tends to
advice.
be a lot better for you.
That's good advice, guys.
But it also has like, you've got your good protein. So you want to have like your andouille in there. You're going to mix all this up. And then like if you're like want to saute it all together, that's a really great way to do it too. And I just put it all in there. I mean, it's just so good.
It is good.
And
it's a
then-
whole meal in a bowl. You know what I'm saying?
It's so
Oh my
hearty.
God.
It's so hearty.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of my childhood, and like my dad's a big fan of like andouille sausage
Right.
and just like hearty flavors. And then you go and you get your really good heirloom tomatoes from that country store on the on the corner.
Yeah.
Wish we had more of those.
I said, no, you guys going to grow it.
No, yeah, I was going to say that'd
Put
be.
one in the pot and grow, I'm telling you.
I tried once during
Yeah.
COVID to have a garden. It didn't go so
did.
well.
We called ourselves farmettes. We were like had a little farmette, but it
Right.
didn't work. It didn't work
Well,
out.
I'm a female farmer with a group called Pharmacists, and it's a group of women, and we farm. As a matter of fact, Kelly, I have 4 raised beds.
Yeah.
And now the deers kept coming in Irma.
Wow.
So now we have installed a fence. We're going to
my
install it all
goodness.
this week, okay?
Yeah.
Install a fence because I want my garden to be more like a flower. Because when I do charcuterie,
Right.
I cut all the herbs. I grow all my herbs to go on my charcuterie. I grow all my flowers and everything to go on my
That's
So
amazing.
everything, so you're able to do it. So there's
Yes.
a possibility that we can
Yes,
be
starting
tiny
pots.
farmers. So starting
Well, think
pots.
about it like this right here.
Yeah.
Angela, you was not a good cook.
That's true.
Now you have grown to
Horrible.
learn. That's
Yeah.
right. So my sister is a farmer and she's better than I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so she's the canner. She's the one that pick up all the tools from when our parents
Yeah.
was farmers and all that. So she's gonna bring me some of her dirt.
Okay.
So that's
Hey.
where it starts. The life
magic
starts
dirt.
in the dirt.
That's
and
right.
especially
Okay.
to keep the deers out.
Yeah.
So I said start in the pot and start with that tomato.
Okay.
So I like special things. Like I like rainbow tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, not no ordinary tomatoes. I
Yeah.
like things like that.
So,
Something
but
different. like-
do they each have different taste to them? I always wonder about that.
They
like,
do have a different
Yeah.
taste, but a lot of them are almost in the same family.
Oh.
But just like, for instance, think about grapes. Grapes have maybe 7 different varieties.
That's true. Yeah.
But they're sweet, but they have a little different to each one of them.
Okay. So I could try
Sometimes
this
just a
with
look.
something else.
Yes.
Okay. Well, like
absolutely.
go from an heirloom to like a yellow.
Yellow, orange, it'll give a whole different look, vibe, and everything.
Okay.
They even have tomatoes called sangria.
Really?
So, sangria's made all different kind of flavors and
Yeah.
juices and all that. And so these tomatoes, red, yellow, purple, green, I mean, they're just all colors in one of them.
Oh, that's cool.
So that would be beautiful.
Okay, so then I
as
should
a
try
chef,
that.
as a chef
so we
inspired.
can, yeah, I'm gonna
Mhm.
now. I've got some language around when my family gets around the kitchen table. They're gonna be like, "What happened to you? Now you've got language
That's
to go
right.
with your shopping." They're not gonna. I'm telling you,
love
next
it.
thing up, I'm getting an apron and then it's
Right.
over.
How many's in your family? How many?
Oh gosh, I have 3 sisters,
Okay.
2 nieces, 1 nephew, 2 parents, a husband, and no dogs.
Good, awesome. I tell you, dogs is a lot of work.
Yes.
But I had a guest that came on, and believe it or not, it was about 5 or 6 girls.
Yeah.
And she was the one that, like you, they shunned her. They didn't want her to do the cooking
Right.
and all. But she came on and made macaroni and cheese. So she called her sisters
Wow.
before she came on, the extra
Yeah.
recipe and all. And she did a great job.
See, and that's
But
a
believe
hard
it
thing
or
to
not-
do.
Yes, believe it or not, we have had probably 6 or 7 guests that did macaroni and cheese. And everybody done it.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so hard to do. It's one of those things where you know you're going to get judged.
That's right.
If you go to the family dinner and your
Right.
mac and cheese
Right.
is dry,
Right.
you don't want
Oh,
that to happen to
God.
you. You don't want it to happen to you.
But I'll tell you what was so interesting about her particular macaroni and cheese, I've never seen this. ever.
Yeah.
She did sliced cheese.
Really?
It was interesting.
Like crab.
You remember, as a
Yeah,
matter
wait,
of fact,
what was
well,
it?
she's looking, she's an investigator. Her name is Chandra
Yeah.
Cleveland.
I know. She
came on.
She did sliced cheese.
Sliced it, and it was delicious.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
got
but
to
she's
ask
like
her
you.
about
Nobody
this.
know how to cook. They didn't want her to be in the kitchen because she didn't know how to cook. They shunned her.
Yes.
But she did a great job with that macaroni and cheese.
She,
Well, that's
Well,
what you
I told you
nicknamed
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
she went to investigating and she found a new thing. I love
That's
it.
right.
Wow.
So,
If I see her, I'm going to call her sliced cheese.
Yeah.
that's right. Call slice
What's up,
cheese.
cheese?
But that macaroni cheese was amazing. I'm telling you, for real. I was shocked.
I love that. Well, I like to top this off with a little bit of cilantro. I know that's not like everybody's thing, but
Yeah.
it also gives a little color. And so, like, if you need, it's not like always the prettiest dish,
Right.
but the way to make it pretty is always add cilantro or basil.
Right. So you can find us very interesting. So
Yeah.
we do 20 different glazes. We cater to 20 different glazes.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite is I think it's called a Mexican glaze. So it's similar to this, right?
Yeah.
And we always have different toppings. We have red tomatoes. We'll have the red onions, some type of beans, rice. Another thing I would tell you too, you can add like a little yellow, like turmeric, make it like a yellow rice.
Get out of
And
here.
it's perfect.
Oh,
so
that's
we
good.
set this up as a glaze.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
like
amazing.
that idea.
We even have a Mediterranean glaze, Kelly.
Oh,
Love
there's
it.
a
Yeah,
Mediterranean graze.
Let me know.
Like you have
Yeah,
a graze
yeah.
for every occasion.
Every occasion. We
I
even have
love
a
that.
Caribbean glaze,
Yes.
a Southern glaze, appetizer glaze.
Oh
So the
my
podcast is not
gosh.
about us. I just have
Well,
to
but
talk
no,
about
but I think that's great because now, like, I'm going to be thinking about all of this during the holidays.
Yes. Turn
And
that
then the
rice to
turmeric,
yellow.
I love I
Yes.
actually love that idea because plus, like, with inflammation, all the stuff that we're dealing with, it makes it a
Yes.
little bit healthier.
Exactly. But that dish look good. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you.
Well,
Look at the
we've got
food.
like a little finished product
My
here. See,
God.
it like starts off looking like okay, but then it looks like ooh la la at the end.
That is amazing. And then I like your presentation because
Thank you.
it's kind of Mexican bowls
Yes,
and all.
yeah. I tried to like give it a little flair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's so good to have Angela and Kelly on. I just love this couple, okay? And tell us a little bit what you want us to know, to
Oh,
know about
gosh.
you, what you do, anything you want to share.
Well-
because I saw your list of all kind of things.
Yes, I think probably like the most important thing is like yes, I've been married to this guy. Like next week is 8 years.
That's right.
Yes, and then my age because sometimes I forget it. I'm 45.
Oh,
right?
amazing.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was amazing.
Yep. Still
Amazing.
45.
Look at
Yes,
that.
still 45, and I'm a realtor here in Columbia, and that's been really great. Like I've just building a career of like pretty much mostly referral-based business.
Yeah.
Helping people move in and around Columbia. That's been awesome, and I serve on the Richland 2 School Board.
Good,
So
good.
this is my
tell
third
us
year.
which company you work for.
I work for Coldwell Banker Midtown, so like that's the big office downtown. You see a lot of people wearing like black and pearls. That's us.
Okay. I love it. Classic. I love it. Classic. I tell you, that's so interesting. You said something about pearls because my husband showed me a picture of his grandmother.
Yeah.
And she had a set of pearls on.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
he bought me pearls. I can't find my pearls. I had 2 sets.
Oh,
I know
no.
when I was in
You
South
want to say
Africa,
that on
yes.
camera?
I know. I got to find my pearls. I don't know. I think I put them in a bag. And so he has a habit of taking bags out of the car and putting them in the garage.
You know who you need to get on the case? Chandra.
I'm telling you, I've called Chandra for some cases, okay? But it is so good to have you. And like I
Thank
say,
you.
tell us also how we can follow both of you guys.
Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, if you go to Miss Angela Nash, you'll get all like my fashion stuff. But I also
Okay.
have another one is the Angela Nash. That's where you see all the real estate stuff. And then if you want to go see any of like my real estate listings, find out about me and my team, angelanashteam.com. So
I love it. And we have that in common.
Yes.
Fashion. I love fashion.
oh gosh, yes we do. Every time I see them, like, yeah, I like that look too. And I like that look.
My favorite color is black. Everybody know. Black and red lipstick. That's all I wear pretty much. So like we had a bubbly taste and I said, God, I hate to wear black and we got all this yellow and
Yes.
pink and all that. So I wore a colorful dress.
What did you wear?
My daughter had bought me a halter dress with
Yeah.
it had all the different colors like was on the
Oh,
tables, the red,
that's
the
beautiful.
pink. It would turn out really good pace. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love
and that was different for me to come out of
It
that.
is
So
weird.
occasionally I do wear other colors.
Yeah, I'm in that season too
Yeah.
where I'm trying to like splash out and color here and
Yeah.
there.
Well,
But as we see, this is our
yeah,
color.
that's right. And same thing with decorating. I'm an interior decorator, but
Yeah.
I always natural and then colors with my
Yes.
accent.
Yes.
And Kelly, tell us how we can follow you.
I'm nowhere near as exciting on social media as my
Oh,
wife, but pretty much all my social media accounts are at Kelly, and my name Kelly is Kelly, so
Okay.
at Kelly Nash Radio.
I love it. What an amazing couple. I love having them on. So we're going to see you at the table to try this dish, and I'm going to let you guys know how it tastes. Thank you. Welcome back. We're sitting with Angela and her handsome husband.
Oh.
Kelly, before we try your dish, What does food and family mean to you, Angela?
Oh gosh, well, I think it's one of those things where you have like all your family around the table and the memories that you have with food. He doesn't always remember the dishes, so I take a photo of them so I can remind him of like when we had, like meals, really great meals, or what that occasion was. And sitting around the table with like my sisters and with our own language and my husband and her husband, and everybody doesn't really know what we're saying because we're using our own language. That's always like really fun. It's just a really great bond that we have, and then you can pass down those recipes. It's just really wonderful. Like a lot of the things that I learned, it didn't take initially, but my mom's proud now.
I know. That's something. She went from not cooking at all to being one of the best cooks. So we can get this dish. And the beans, tell us the name of the dish.
Yeah, so this is just like black beans and rice, and this is like the quick and easy version. Takes you about like 35 minutes. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love simplicity. I love good flavor. And that's what I want to talk about with the dish. The flavors are amazing.
Okay.
The aldo sausage is great. And you can tell she built those flavors up with the broth that she used, the season that she used. And the fact, the white pepper. I love that. Normally, the crazy thing about white pepper is normally cooked in schools. The children, they don't like black pepper because they don't like black things in it.
Yeah.
So they visually appeal. And so white pepper is what they normally season.
Wow, I did not know that.
Very interesting.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us anything else you want us to know about you.
No, just thanks for having us. This was really good fun, and I'm probably going to make this again. So leftovers.
Chef approved.
It was such approved. I actually need you to write that on a little note for my family for Thanksgiving. Angela is the best cook. That's all it needs to say.
Angela's the best cook. Look at YouTube.
Yes.
Angela's the best cook.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you, Chef.